So we've had another question. This time from our lovely friends Foster the Meeple. They have a brilliant YouTube channel all about
board games
and
board gamey things.
We couldn't resist. Right, so let's see what.
Okay, what's the question?
Let's see what Jeff and Jamie have to say.
Hello, Julian and Libby. It's us, Jamie.
And Jeff.
From Foster the Meeple, and we are here today to ask you a very, very serious question.
Very serious question.
Like, it's so serious.
And you better have a really good answer.
If you don't, we'll be super mad about
and
that.
judgy.
And very judgy, yeah. We've been known to judge. But our question today, Jeffrey, take it away.
What games challenge you most as a couple in your relationship?
So these are games that just maybe one of you wins all the time, and so that makes you fight and argue, get like actually mad.
Get into the weeds here.
Let's dig deep.
Get into the dirty details.
We'll dig deep. Yeah.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Excited to hear your answer.
Can't wait. Bye.
Oh, this is a good one. This is going to be great.
That's not a subtle question, is it? That's just they're basically a nosy question, and a prying question.
That's okay.
Right.
What game do I always win, Julian?
Okay, well, yeah, because they said about that, Wingspan.
How many times did I win Wingspan in a row, Julian?
Okay, yeah, you won 19, was it 19 times?
19 times
in a row. And it wasn't because I wasn't trying or letting you win or anything.
Oh, come on, you were doing ridiculous tactics. So Julian decides that he can't win against me after a couple of plays. So then he thinks he's just going to try these really silly things like, okay, right, well, I'm just going to try to kill all the birds and get as many raptors as possible. Yeah. That was a technique. It didn't work. And then you try to just keep putting food on birds only.
I once got rid of all my birds and just have resources. That didn't work. I think I was kind of overthinking it because I got so determined to beat you. And there's one time where we drew, I think it was like game 15 or something, and we drew, and I was
won.
This is great. But I mean, yeah, we found the technicality in the rules that says if it's a draw, this happens. I think it's most eggs or whatever the condition was, which meant you still won.
Yes.
It's a bit more balanced now. I like to think it's because we've got the nectar in it, and that just levels the playing field a little bit.
No, I think the reason it's slightly more balanced now, if you've learned that you actually need to look at your cards and work out how to best play them, and not ignore the end of round goals, which you were doing, and I was thrashing you on those.
I was almost start the game going, okay, this game I'm going to do this, regardless of what I had.
Maybe read your cards and play the game to your best ability.
The first time we ever played, I totally misread the card and was hoarding birds because I thought it said birds in the hand rather than birds played. So I had like 30 birds. I was like, yeah, I'm going to win the first time I ever played. I failed categorically. It was terrible.
I think it was your worst score ever.
Yeah. I think
it's probably the worst score anyone's ever had.
I think if it's possible to get minus score on Wingspan, I would have got it. But,
so that was a fun one.
Okay, well, you're making me sound awful, but we played Scythe, another reason for checking rules. In Scythe,
legit play.
We had a combat, and it's kind of we don't tend to do a lot of combat when we play two-player. We tend to be more tactical, go around the kind of the peripherals of the rules, and tend not to get the
higher player count. You get into the beefiness of it, but I think you don't have to combat as much as a two-player.
We'd avoid combat. But on this occasion, because I was playing a faction that worked well with combat, I was more geared towards attacking you. And there was it must have been towards the end of the game, I think I had 4 of the 6 winning stars. And if I won a combat and managed not to use all my combat points, I would win the game. So it's crucial I won this combat.
I was aware of this.
And what you did was place the combat card in front of the dial, so not in the dial and in front of it. And because I'd seen you play that and I knew you got a lot of high scoring combat, I thought, okay, I thought you're just going to go, okay.
I forced you to go all in.
So I went a lot stronger than I needed to. Used too many combat points. I wasn't going to get 2 points, but I wasn't going to lose the combat. And then we went to reveal the dials, and you majestically laid down your dial without the card in.
At 0.
And what you've done is put the card in front of it, mimed you put it in with some sort of hilarious ruse, laid it down. I think that's the most annoyed I've ever been playing a game with you.
I read it in the rule book that you were allowed to do it. So I was like, well, I know you can only beat me at this combat because I know what you've got. So at least I'm going to make you pay for it.
Yeah, it was And I lost the game because then I didn't get the 2 points I needed. I got the combat. I won the combat, obviously, but I needed to win the combat and still have enough points, and I gave up that. But yes, it was...
Legit play.
I like to think I'm quite a chilled person while playing games, and that wasn't...
I still find it hilarious.
Yeah, that was...
You're still livid.
It's made me a little bit annoyed, even just recounting the story. It's thanks, Jamie.
And now every time we play with other people, though, you're now like, you better watch Libby. She does this thing. She always does it. I've done it once, and it's in the rule book. Just saying.
Yeah, it was, and now I watch you carefully. But people place the carding underneath, so it's. But it's not the most embarrassing time to play board
games. But I'm
games.
a better winner than you, so you may as well just keep letting me win. Because when you win...
I'm not a great winner.
You start, all this dancing about, boastfully jollying round the room.
I might have played the birdie song and done a birdie dance when I won Wingspan the first time.
I think you might have, yes.
I'm an awful winner.
I'm just a better winner, and I'm not as good a loser, so we may as well keep it this way round. And I'll just win everything, and you can lose everything, and everyone's happy.
Yeah, I think I'm quite graceful in defeat, which is useful because I think if you looked at RPG stats, you'll win 60, 70% of the time. You're more likely to win than me.
This is the way.
I'm more of I think I'm quite a graceful loser because the way I see it is if you enjoy playing the game for an hour and a half, 2 hours, the scoring bit is the last bit at the end, and if that's really leads you to not winning, then so be it. You still enjoyed the game, but yeah, we didn't win a game once though. Do you know what I'm referring to? We were a group of people. We were playing Codenames.
Oh gosh.
As a team.
Oh gosh.
Collectively.
Yes, you haven't let me live this one down, have you?
And we were well ahead because we were like one mind.
One mind. Yes. But I was minus these bad boys.
Yeah, and I don't think at the time you realised it said the name.
I'd had a few glasses of wine. No, I hadn't played Codenames before because it's a bit more party style, which wasn't really my type of gaming. I've played more party style games now that we've been together, but it wasn't, But we were well ahead. I hadn't played.
And we had 2 turns in hand, I think, and we needed to get 1. And the word, what was the word?
Well, I can't remember now whether it was beagle or bugle.
It was bugle.
It was bugle. Okay, so I was describing the dog, the beagle.
Well, I kept on saying words like trumpet. For 1, and you're like, because you couldn't read it, said
no, I didn't understand it.
Yeah, so
I was thinking about a dog the whole time, and it didn't even say a dog on it.
No, it didn't say.
We lost.
Yeah, we did.
And it's my fault. I'm blaming it on these. Not actually my fault, just the lack of these.
We weren't particularly, I wasn't that annoyed. I think probably because the wine.
It is only Codenames.
Yes, it was. And I think we would have then have trounced the opponents on the other rounds because we're so good at Codenames and we're so in tune. I can't think of any other occasions when we got really riled up playing a game. I think our organisation of games is, or when we know we're going to have a spread of time to play a game, I think we're quite fair when it comes to.
We try, because the thing is, I always want to play different games.
Yeah.
And I probably want to play the games which you find a bit more taxing or more
you like heavier games than me.
Like I want to learn a new game that's quite intimidating to you, so then it gets put off and put off and put off. That can be a little bit irksome at times, but we try to avoid that by going, right, okay, well, we know we can play a few games in the next week, whatever it is, and then we each get to pick, depending on how much time we've got, depends on how many games we get to pick, but average maybe 2 games each, and then try to appease us both.
Yeah, and I think that's a fair way of doing it. So we tend to get through. I think we tend to play games we choose fairly. I think it's never a case of we never get to play my game. Although if we do that, I tend to go we never get to play my game, and then we play.
Oh no, but you know what else you do?
Do I?
So Julian will get a new game in, or it'll be his birthday, or some other special occasion, and we'll play said new game. And we'll be 3/4 of the way through the game, and it's quite clear that I'm going to win, as per usual.
Because you often do.
And he'll go, don't even let me win on my birthday. And it's like, no.
This face.
No. You don't get to win because it's a special day. If you can't win by merit, that's not my fault.
Yes. Anyway, thanks for the question, Jeff and Jamie.
I hope that was enough weeds, enough detail. We put it all out there.
Hope you're going to pay for our relationship therapy now. If you've enjoyed this and you have a question you want to ask us, put it in the comments below, or indeed send us a video.
If you haven't subscribed to Jeff and Jamie at Foster the Meeple, do so.
Do that. They're one of our favourite YouTube channels. And
count down the days to a free video that they make.
They're lovely. So yeah, yay for Jeff and Jamie. But thank you ever so much for watching.
Has it got my eye?
No.
Has it got your eye?
No, my
My eye?
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
you're the chosen one.